lifting you higher. You are listening to an exclusive review. ASOT, the state of trance.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to a new 10 Questions with, and this week we have the guys from Kyau and Albert here in the studio celebrating 300 releases of Euphonic, one of my favorite labels on this planet, especially since you started Visions lately.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the questions?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. The first one is from Shras, as I don't know how to pronounce this because the Instagram name is really long. A question for both of you guys. Do you like pineapple on pizza? And can you pronounce my username? Well, that already explains I can't pronounce it. So, pineapple on pizza.
Actually, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Why not?
That's the first time in the history I think that three people are just agreeing on the fact that we all love pineapple on pizza.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people don't like it, but why not?
I like it.
Do you like a banana on pizza as well?
I never tried it out.
You have to try it. It's great.
You know what I tried last time was like a chocolate pizza, but this wasn't my style.
No, I've tried it once too. It was from a chain here in the Netherlands, and it was basically just a pizza bread with just a lot of Nutella on top. It wasn't my favorite. What is your favorite food?
I'm actually like I like Indian food a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Indian food?
I like the curries.
Curries, yeah.
I'm pretty not piggy.
No?
But I like to eat vegetarian, vegan, but not only, but I like to eat healthy.
Yeah, so when you're on tour, you are the man that orders Caesar salads to the room service.
No, me. No, on tour, I'm eating proper.
Okay, the next question comes from Ross. What is coming up next for Euphonic? Any big label night plans?
We are doing Euphonic Label Night, Euphonic 300 release party, and we are preparing something big for July 2020. Yeah, right. But announcement soon, something.
But first, you have a big event for Euphonic 300.
Yes.
What can you tell about that?
Yes, this is pretty close from the place where we are living, in a club. And we do there the 300 party with a lot of people, fans, also friends, families, and we have Ronski Speed in the lineup, Steve Bryan, and then some local. And
Nice.
this will be on the 28th of December.
28th of December.
Bautzen.
So finishing this decade with a bang, right?
Yeah, it's the close of the decade. Really,
Just
right?
don't want to talk about it. It goes way too fast. Next question comes from CN Malone 14. If you could organize your own festival, who would be in your lineup? It's a good question. I like that one.
I like Beat Soul. We had it on the Euphonic Night based on A State of Trance 950. Of course, the Euphonic guys such as Ronski. I would like to have Stevie in the lineup singing.
Singing. Wow, that's a good idea. Did you ever sing live on stage?
You were singing live
When I
many
was
years ago.
drunk, but I just stopped over it. And in the beginning, we did some live shows, but I'm not a trained singer, so and I also don't like this when like boy grooms come to the radio and let's sing a song. They it's not just my type of thing.
You sang on so much of your own records.
Yes, but then I am alone in the studio, which is good because yourself is always available. You never need to argue with the singer. You can just do your the way you feel it.
Is that how you started as well? Because you were like, okay, I want to hire this singer, but this singer is not available.
Yes.
I'll just sing myself.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did the vocals. Like in fantasy kind of English, I think a lot of people do it like this. And we tried to find a singer, but we didn't find someone.
So you just stuck with your own vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the track Outside, or later released on Be There For You?
Yeah.
It was our first chart hit, also in the Netherlands, I think. And it was 2000, and recording was 1999.
Yeah, kind
and
of.
Originally we were thinking of having a singer for it, and then I said, Stevie, it's sounding good, let's take it. And then his great
You were like,
singer career started.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then all these other tracks come. I think my favorite is Memory Lane.
Yeah.
It's so catchy, man. Well,
It's
that's
also
quite a
big
recent one still.
favorite for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Are You Fine, of course.
Yeah. I mean, these are back in the days tracks, but Memory Lane I think was 2016, and I like how it comes together. The lyrics, I like the lyrics. Although I wrote it, but it's one of my favorite lyrics.
It's a good one. I like it. Well, actually, this is a question as well about this as well. Who's the main vocalist of your songs, and which doesn't have a featuring name on the track? Well, that's you.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
So the singer is actually on the featuring.
And the funny thing is, not many people notice. I still, sometimes have people who are asking who's the vocalist of your track or your tracks, and I said it's Stevie.
I didn't know him.
As he never sings live.
Like, I think one of the first times that I met you guys was probably EDC in Vegas. That's where I think that I found out that you guys were singing on there as well.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Are you going to sing on a track of someone else? Did you ever consider that? Like maybe some producers.
I mean, we did some, like collabs like Kyau Albert and and then yes, for example, the track we did with Ali and Fila, I also was singing. Also, I think we had a track with Paul van Dyk.
Yeah, that's the only collabs where you were singing outside of us.
Yes.
Oh, maybe something for the future. Next question comes from M. Grabowska. What is your favorite tune of the year? Start with you.
Ooh.
It has been a good year for music, 100%.
Yeah, so many. I hope our track with Ali and Fila, Come Home, gets successful.
Is that your own personal favorite of the year?
Yeah.
I'm more like the melodic techno guy at the moment. So a lot of great remixes of classic trance techno tracks came out. For example, this Café Del Mar remix.
By Taylor Voss.
I really like this.
And the Bart Skills remix of Push,
yes.
Of course. There's so many of them now. Yeah. It's crazy. Like all these old trance tracks. When you guys were starting out, it's like the 1997, 98, 99. They just slowed it down and put a techno beat on it. And it's a banger.
But it's like a new thing, I think.
But
I think it's great. Yeah.
The thing is, there are good compositions, good melodies. And that's the most important thing. You can bring every good composition, every good idea into even hip-hop.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually true.
Like he said, this even hip-hop.
My son is really into German hip-hop, and I don't like it.
No.
I always, I'm not happy about when he is listening, but the kids really like it.
Yeah. There's a lot of old trance melodies indeed in new hip-hop tracks as well. Yeah. Have you ever considered to take one of your own tracks from the very, very past and put create a Vision remix of it or something like that?
What version?
So you can release it on Vision, like a deep mix, or
no. But we try to have these influences in our new tracks. So especially also the True is a little bit more progressive, and also the stuff we have lying around for the next releases is I think a little more progressive or melodic techno kind of thing.
Looking forward to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question comes from Aditya Music. How long have you been listening to trance?
For me, it's maybe longer. When I was...
As you're older?
When I was underage, I was going to a club in Berlin, and there was a young guy playing Paul van Dyk. And it was considered to go to a techno party. And then we ended up, it was 1993. Or 4, and I was really into techno, acid kind of music, and then the trance thing started. But back in the days, they didn't say trance, or maybe they started.
It was all techno.
Even Sven Feld played trance at this time, so this was maybe my first time.
I think my first trance track I would consider a trance track would really influence me was Paul van Dyk, My World.
Okay, so not For an Angel, but My World.
My World, yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
This was before released. For an Angel came later on the album, and My World was the My World EP or some Valley EP.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay, the next question comes from Renato Aurojok. Where does your inspiration come from when you're making music?
From everything.
I like... No,
is there a ritual? Is there a ritual maybe before you start making music that you're like, okay, this inspires me, or you're listening to some music from other people that inspires you, or you take home energy from a crowd, or
I mean, you always get inspirations from other musicians or what is music, but in the end, you know how it is. You have laying around ideas, some chords, some
some vocals.
Yeah. Sometimes tracks which getting released are a few years old for us. Sometimes you have demos laying around for an album, and you didn't release it or use them for the album and say let's keep for later. Then you do a lot of new stuff, and maybe 2-3 years later you come back to some melody you were thinking it's okay, and then you think wow, it's really good.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot to you guys, that you go back into your hard disks and just find very old tunes or melodies?
From time to time. It's good from time to time because there's so many tracks. Maybe you started and said I will finish it later, and sometimes when you have no inspiration from something else, you listen to this and then hey, that's a good tune still.
Yeah. And when you guys go into the studio, who does what? Like, what is your specialty, or what is yours?
I mean, we both work together, but sometimes separately.
Yeah.
And for the vocal, I'm not. So all the lyrics, all the
songwriting. Yeah.
The love.
But it's something that. Is it something like, for example, you go into the studio and maybe you created a melody on beforehand and you take it into the studio or something like that?
Yeah,
is that how it works?
Yeah, it's also things laying around, and then we have an instrumental track. It was with So True.
Yeah.
It was originally instrumental, and then you did the vocals.
I mean, we normally start separately, but then
everything comes together.
Yeah.
And since you've been working so long with each other, you're kind of on the same wavelength, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really important. I mean, many duos or bands split up because sooner or later they have conflicts or something like that. We can talk about music, or sometimes are not on the same position. But when Stevie says he wants to do this, and I'm feeling I don't feel it, I go with him, and it's the other way around. So we are very open-minded, even for releases on Euphonic. Sometimes there's a track he says, I really want to see it on Euphonic, and I don't feel it, or something like this. And we are a team, and this is Yeah, that's a good thing about being a duo. You can argue on the same position about tracks, and this brings sometimes to something which you would find by yourself.
Was there ever a moment that he needed to convince you, for example, and then in the end you were like, okay, you were right?
Possibly. No.
Is that where you say all the time? No, but it could be for a track for Euphonic, for example, that you're like, okay, I'm not feeling it for the first time, but maybe you played it out a couple of times and then it was...
It's always a different... We try to test the tracks live. We signed for Euphonic. This gives also always a little special twist to the track. You understand if it's good or not.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, the next question comes from Tom Evans. What has been the highlight of your career so far? That's a hard question.
I mean, I still remember the very first gig we had together. We both had long hair, and we always opened our hair like a heavy metal.
Still at school at this time.
Yeah, like a heavy metal band.
So that was one of your highlights, the first show together.
I still remember this actually. Yeah, I still have some pictures in mind. And
I mean, our career is so long. We've been playing in so many countries, even countries such as Mongolia or so.
But also for me, it was like a special moment in Germany to play the first time Mayday, because in Germany Mayday is a very big techno festival, and when I was a kid, Mayday was
it's like a bucket list kind of thing.
Yeah, I never thought at this time that I would ever made it there. So this was quite impressive for me.
And the highlights are still to come as well.
Hope.
The last question already from John's Cat. What can we expect from you guys in 2020?
New music.
Definitely.
On Euphonic and with Kyau Albert. There's nothing really big we have planned for 2020. We still continue what we are doing and what we love.
But we still have some very we think good records in the box for next year. So we're really looking forward to release them. I think it's not planned to release an album in 2020,
but maybe it will come if it feels right.
Will come, yeah.
Okay, and is it? Are you going to experiment a little bit more because you say that you love melodic techno so much?
I think so, yeah. So
for sure, the album is getting a little bit deeper.
Okay,
if there's coming one.
If there's coming an album, yeah. And for the rest is new records on Euphonic. But first we have to celebrate 300, right?
300, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for answering the questions that the fans of State of Trance submitted for you guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with the 300 release of Euphonic.
Thanks.
And of course your mega event, the 28th of December.
Yes.
I wish I could come. I can't, unfortunately. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of 10 Questions with. See you later. Bye-bye.
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 Lifting you higher. This is a state of trance.